Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, then first of all, my name is Himal. Very nice to meet you. I'm a motivational speaker and coach, and other than speaking to thousands of people every year, which has changed a little bit. In fact, actually, it's changed quite a lot. I now make videos and hopefully they help people. And if they do, and if it does help you, make sure you like this video, subscribe to it, and share it with your friends and family so they can also benefit. And without further ado, well, let's get to today's topic, which is how to be more productive, whether you are studying or whether you are working from home. As I was finding out all these tips and doing a bit of research, I actually found that whatever we're going through, whatever I will be going through, you can actually apply it not only to working from home, but also to when you're studying as well. So hopefully this helps. The first thing I'd like to talk about to increase your productivity is how you structure your day. I really like if you have a really sound structure on how your day is going to run, like the different tasks and the different things that you're going to be doing, then you kind of have a clear line to follow. Whereas if you kind of just wake up in the morning with no real plan at all, everything tends to be up in the air and you may or may not accomplish whatever it is that you actually want to do. So in saying that, the way I structure my day is I use Google Calendar. So I basically, either the night before or the morning of, I kind of go through whatever it is that I want to accomplish in that day and then, set out specific time blocks that I'm going to be doing X project and this project or doing this and doing that. And I suggest maybe you can do the same, whether it be using an online calendar or like a physical one. If you really structure your day really well, then you'll see all the benefits come straight to you. And the second thing I'd like to talk about, speaking of structuring your day, is making sure that you plan out what you're going to be doing in those individual blocks. Okay, so from 9 to 11:30, you're going to be doing work. But what type of work? What tasks are you doing? When you really break it down, once again, it gives you even more direction. So you basically accomplish what you need and you aren't doing any other unnecessary activities. And the more specific you get, the more time you'll save in actually doing. In fact, time management theory expert Brian Tracy, he's a motivational speaker, and I think he's authored over 70 books, which is, I'd say, quite a lot. He says that 1 minute in planning can save you around about 10 minutes in doing. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but I find that personally, if I plan something, I save so much more time when it comes to doing. Like, think about it. I don't know if you've ever planned like a party or like, a work day or even like a workout. When you plan it out, then you know exactly what it is that you're going to be doing next. So you don't have any decision fatigue when you're deciding on what next to do because, you pretty much got all of it already planned out. So give that a shot. And the third thing is, I'd recommend working in Pomodoros. Now, what's a Pomodoro? Well, I think it's in Italian or Spanish. I'm pretty sure it's Italian. Let me check. Yeah, okay, it's Italian. So Pomodoro in Italian means tomato. Now, what I mean by that is not working in tomatoes, but it's actually referring to a productivity technique developed by Francesco Cirio in the late 1980s. I really hope I said his name right. But it was developed in the late 1980s. It was a productivity technique and it's designed to help you work with time instead of against it. Very often we feel like time's just working against us and there's not enough hours in the day, but you know what? Everyone's got the same 24 hours as Beyonce, right? It's just how we use those hours that make it really important. So what a Pomodoro refers to in this context is a 25-minute block where you are meant to focus straight for about 25 minutes without any distractions. Like it's like you sit down, you're like, okay, for these 25 minutes, all I'm gonna do is just focus and do this one task. And you don't let yourself get distracted by anything, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, right? Or whatever else you get distracted by. And the purpose here is you're challenging yourself and you're trying to have a bit of fun at the same time as well. After every Pomodoro, you got to take a 5-minute break where I'd actually recommend, moving away from the screen if you're looking at a screen quite often, going for a bit of a walk, taking a couple of deep breaths, and then going back into the next Pomodoro. And every 4 Pomodoros, you take a 25 to 30-minute break. Give that a go and see if that helps with your productivity. And the fourth thing I'd like to mention is using music. Now, first of all, if you're the type of person that doesn't like listening to music at all because you find it quite distracting, then you do you, boo. Like, you keep doing what works for you. All right, but if you're the type of person that's like, you get bored very quickly, maybe you're doing a task that's like, not as mentally challenging, then, and you can afford to listen to a bit of music, then chuck on something that you like so you can enjoy that time. Right? I remember when I was working in a warehouse, we'd always have like the radio going on because the work was just, quite repetitive. So that really helped. But I find that if I'm focusing for really long periods of time and I need to consolidate and memorize a bit of information, then listening to music without lyrics and that isn't too fast paced really helps, because these two things can cause distraction. And the last thing you want to do is, when you're trying to be productive, is get distracted. And we know how easily we all get distracted these days. So I like to listen to a bit of lo-fi hip hop. I'll chuck a link in the description as well as in the comments as well, so you can have a gaze at it. I think the channel is called Chilled Cow Music. They've got a live playlist that plays 24/7. My favorite thing to do is late at night, like to grab a cup of tea, sit at my desk and, chuck on some lo-fi hip hop, and then just have a mad ass session, whether it's for study or whether it's for doing a bit of work. So hopefully that helps, and maybe you can try that as well. I know a few of my friends, they listen to classical music. I know that works for a lot of people. And yeah, so give it a shot. Try listening to music and see if that helps with your productivity. So wrapping it all up, the first thing is structure your day. 2, in those structures, make sure you plan out the different tasks that you're going to be doing. 3, work in Pomodoros if you can and see if it works for you. And the 4th thing is try and listen to a bit of music if you like to. So with that, guys, that's pretty much it. If you did enjoy the video and you found it beneficial, then make sure you like it and you subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends and family so they can benefit from this as well. And I guess I'll see you on the next one.